Welcome back to the PM Podcast. I'm Aaron. This is Blake.
How you doing?
And today we are talking... Is that normal?
What?
Do we normally do that?
Hey, yeah.
Welcome back to the PM Podcast. And you say, how you doing?
Yeah.
Every time?
Every time.
I'm so drunk, dude. I don't even know.
Seriously?
I feel weird. I can't remember.
Sometimes when you're drunk, you feel weird.
That is a common thing. You have a good fart?
Oh, there it goes.
Welcome back to the PM Podcast. I'm Aaron. This is Blake.
How you doing?
And today we're going to be going into part 2 of Mr. Abshire's wedding. If you guys remember last time, we were talking about the wedding, the ceremony, or the bachelor party, the ceremony, and then we talked about, we're kind of going into the reception, and we stopped it right there about the DJ. So we're talking, so we went right into the DJ, and then we stopped. So today we're going to talk more about that, but first, Blake's butthole.
Wait, what?
He does not like it being touched, man. Still.
Nope. Definitely not.
It's not changed. Nothing has ever changed. Him being married changes nothing.
Nothing at all. I refuse.
Do you ever think you'll be in a place where you'll ever, like...
Nope.
You stop that immediately, man.
You don't even need to.
Like, what is it? Like, what...
I just don't like it.
What does it feel like when someone touches you? Because I know, I'm sure Betsy tried to or accidentally at some point in your guys' relationship has. What is the feeling like? Like, what change? Like, why is it weird for you? Like, what is that feeling? Can you describe it?
That's where poop goes. No. It's like, why would you even want to touch there? Let alone, like, I feel bad even scratching there, let alone someone else putting their finger there.
Do you feel bad scratching your own ass? What? Okay, hold on.
I'm always like, man, I gotta wash my hands now. Ugh.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Even outside the clothes.
Yep.
Hold on. We're diving into a very different subject. Okay, go ahead.
Let's not dive into that subject.
I need to go into this a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay?
Feces.
Shit. Okay, hold on.
Poop.
For real, though. You don't like to touch your own ass.
Not really.
Like
I don't like the feel of it.
It weirds you out.
Yeah, I just don't even like the feel of it.
You even washing your own ass. Like in the shower, do you take a loofah and scrub back there?
No.
What?
I just do it by hand.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like loofah, hand, roll, wash rag, whatever.
I still wash it by hand, but like it's not something I still hate doing it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So it weirds you out even to do it yourself.
Yep.
Cause see, for me, like I'm fine doing it myself. Like that's not an issue with me at all. But so even if you scratch your own ass, even if you're wearing clothes and you scratch it, you're like, oh, I gotta wash my hands now.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Has it always have you always been like this?
Yeah. Always. But at the same time though, like I don't like smelling bad. So for me, like I'm just that way. I don't even know how to explain it. I really don't. But I feel like if I scratch my butt, it means I smell bad. It means I gotta...
It's like a psychological thing where it's like...
I gotta get in the shower. Or something.
Wait a second, so...
Or a hobo bath. Whatever works.
So when you take a shit, do you feel dirty?
Yeah.
After taking a shit?
Yep.
Really?
100%.
So if you take a shit, you gotta shower. Like that's kind of how you feel mentally.
I feel like I need to.
Obviously you don't, because you can't.
Yeah.
But if you take a shit, you feel like you have to shower.
Yep. If I go take a poop at somebody's house, once I get back to wherever my place is, I take a shower.
So how bad are you itching to take a shower? Because I know you took a shit when you got here.
Yep.
So you're like, all night, you're just thinking about like, oh, I need a shower when I get home.
Yep.
What?
But I never show it.
No, you don't. I've never known that. That's why I'm picking at it, because I didn't even know this was a thing.
There's a lot of things I don't show.
You do hide things pretty well.
But there's no point of being like, man, it's like, I really need to go back and take a shower. Like randomly, hey, by the way, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a shower. That doesn't fly.
Right. I mean, it's more about convenience. You can't. Because you're also an incredibly caring person, so you're not going to try to inconvenience other people.
Yep.
If you can help it.
Oh shoot! If I can help it, no.
Yeah, if you can do something to stop the inconvenience, you will do it, and that's just who you are. So, and that I think that's why it works well together. But that's weird. That's crazy to me. I've never known that. So
I'm sure there's a lot more people out there who think the same way.
That when they take... Okay, let me ask you this question, because I actually have heard this kind of similar thing. If you are home and you take a shit, will you hop in the shower?
Depends on what's going on.
Explain. Expand.
So, for instance, I've had people over at my place, and they're playing games or whatnot, and I go take a poop or whatnot. Well, if it's bad enough to where I feel like I just need to wipe like crazy, I'm going in the shower. If it's my place, I don't care. I'll go in the shower, rinse off, and do whatever I need to do.
Okay.
If it's somebody else's place,
Same deal?
huh?
Same deal?
I will do whatever it is I need to do. Hopefully they have foam soap.
What do you mean foam soap? Why do you mean foam soap?
So I do the same thing. If I go to a public restroom, if I'm able to, I will grab toilet paper, wrap it up a little bit more, obviously fold it, whatnot. But I will go grab some soap, and I will put it around the seat.
We've talked about this.
Yep.
This is like oh my God, this is a throwback. This is like the 3rd or 4th episode of the show.
Yep.
No. This was the pilot episode. The episode that no one ever even saw. Where we talked about toilet paper in public bathrooms. I'm pretty sure no one even saw this episode. This has not been released.
Really?
We have talked about it before, though.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
Regardless.
I do that, and then I'll wipe it down with a dry pear, if you want to call it that.
Right.
And then if I feel that nasty after I take a poop or whatnot, I will grab other toilet paper and do the same thing with the soap, but on my butt.
Okay, so
I'm serious.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever felt so nasty at the studio that you just had to take a shower? Because we do have showers here.
Yeah. I've taken showers here.
No, I know you have. I'm just asking if I know you've taken a shower because you've just come from a workout or something. I'm talking about if you've ever felt like just after taking a massive shit, you're like, man, I need a shower. Can I borrow your shower quick? Have you done that here?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I just don't say it.
You don't ever say it. You're like, hey, can I take a shower quick? I'm like, yeah, man, sure. Go for it.
And sometimes I play it off as a workout.
So you just went to a gas station, blew an asshole out, and you're like, I gotta go shower real quick.
If I know it's a place that I can go take a shower and like no harm, no foul, sure.
Okay, but anyway, back to to answer my question. So if you're home, if you're at your house and you take a shit, will you shower?
Yeah. Not all the time.
Do you wipe and then shower, or do you just hop in the shower?
Oh, I wipe.
Wipe and then shower. But not all the time.
Well, a lot of times I base it off of the wipe.
Okay, how many wipes is too many wipes?
That I've never counted.
How many wipes is like, oh man, this is a lot of shit. I need to take a shower.
That I've never ever counted.
No. It'd be a little weird to count, I think.
I just whatever I feel.
Whatever you feel?
Was what I go with.
Dude, I'm sorry for prying so much. I'm intrigued by this. I've heard about this, but I've never met someone that has that issue. Yeah. Like, that feels like they're dirty, that has to clean themselves all the time. Do you feel like that all the time? Even if like you're sweating for a little bit? Or is it only when you go to the restroom?
If I'm sweating a little bit throughout the day, then I'll be like, all right, I need to take a break real quick, take a shower, we can go back at it.
Okay.
Like that's
Oh, this is a good example. So when we came back from skydiving, I know you were sweating like a motherfucker. Did you feel like the immediate need to shower? Because we were both sweating a lot that day.
yes.
You're like, for many reasons. One, I almost shit myself. Two, I was sweating a lot.
And 3, there was a harness up my ass.
That's true. And a man attached to you. Did that feel weird?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We might need to dive into that sometime. The whole masculinity aspect. Because I know that that's a big chip for you. A very big chip.
We'll call it that.
What would you call it? What would you classify that as?
Depends on what you're talking about.
How do I word it? No offense by anything, by the way. Specifically, I mean like.
I know I'm going to offend some people.
Oh, of course.
And I really don't care.
No. I mean, you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. And same as you guys that are watching this. We have said this from day one, if you're watching this podcast. If you get offended easily, don't fucking watch this show. Now, the Potty Mouth Show, we've made it cleaner for family and kids and stuff like that. If you're listening to this podcast right now and you get offended easily, fucking click off, because it's not going to be nice.
You ain't going to like me.
You're not going to like anything that we say. But as far as what I mean by masculinity, I mean like you're very particular about the way you view things and how people see you.
Yes.
Because I know there's been some times even when we're filming where you've been like, I don't know about that, and you end up. I mean, it ends up being fine, but you have reservations. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. And so I think it would be interesting to dive into that a little bit and see kind of the behind the scenes of Blake Abshire.
Oh shoot!
Peel back that curtain a little bit. And
That's a lot of curtains.
We'll pull back. That is a lot of curtains.
Anyways, any Hooters.
He's deflecting. He's getting uncomfortable. Is that the first time I've made you a little uncomfortable on this show?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
I've made you much more uncomfortable.
Yes.
What's the most uncomfortable you've been? I think it has to be the 25 Days of Sex Toys.
Without a doubt.
Like anything we've ever done.
I hated those episodes. Hated them.
Did you really?
Yes.
Why'd you do it? Well, I mean, it was you. Yeah, I mean, you were pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were more like, all right, man. Like, you know what? I signed on for this. Let's do it. Like, let's make it happen. But you hated those episodes? Even the lingerie one, which actually I didn't think that one was that bad.
I thought some of them were funny, but I didn't like to see myself in them.
Fair enough. Any reason in particular that stands out, or
just, I don't know, just in the sense of, hey, that's not something I would wear. I don't.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's
you wouldn't wear those.
That's where my mind goes.
But I also think that's why it was funny, because that's something that we would never wear.
I get that.
Yeah. So, any Hoosiers. We'll dive into that a little bit later, because Blake's going to have to ramp up for that one. Because he's already getting uncomfortable. So
shots.
A lot of shots? You're not too uncomfortable, are you?
Not right now, no.
Okay, good. I'm not trying to push you in any wrong direction. So
you're good.
Feel free to be open.
Oh, I'm pretty open.
I was just
telling you no.
But yeah, no, we'll dive into that at some point. I want to go into it soon because I've had a couple people ask, and I've also had some questions and stuff like that I think that'd be interesting for you to answer.
Okay.
So I think it would be funny. One of the big ones is, are you and Aaron gay? No, we're not.
Hell no.
No, we are married to two beautiful women. But you can believe whatever you want. That's fine. I mean, if you want to write gay fan fiction about us, go for it. I'm one of those guys. I'll read it on fucking camera. I don't care. Like I'm cool with it. So it is what it is. It's not real. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, obviously, I don't think you care either. It's just like, okay, it's stupid. Whatever.
Yep.
What are your real opinions on that, Blake?
Any Hoosiers, we'll go into something else.
We will go into this at another time. But first, we want to let you know that the PM podcast is supported by Circle City Tint. If you guys need that perfect window tinting at a low price, give them a call. They will tint your full car right now, starting at just $169.99 for a lifetime warranty. And that covers any single shade they have. Anything from 5, 15, 20, 35, 50%, they've got you covered.
Lifetime.
317-788-8468 or go to the website www.circlecitytint.com. It is getting colder. Winter is coming, and you're going to need to keep your car in the perfect climate. Well, good thing Circle City has you covered with a Arctic Start remote start. Starting now at just $299.99, they will get you the perfect remote start to keep your car warm or cold depending on the climate. If you're living in Florida and it's 99 degrees, keep your car at a cool, crisp 43. If you're in Indiana, which you probably are listening to this, and freezing your ass off, go buy the Arctic Start remote start by Circle City Tent for $299 and keep your car nice and warm all winter long. For more information about pricing and times to get your remote start done today, give them a call, 317-788-8468. They have 2 locations here in Indiana, one in Castleton and one on East Washington Street, or go to the website www.circlecitytent.com. Now back to the BM podcast.
Excuse me. And I'll say, though, if you want to stay married, you get that.
What, the remote start? Speaking of which, when are you getting yours?
My remote start?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. What is today?
Today, as of filming this, it's October 19th. So a week before Halloween.
Probably on my birthday.
Which is late November.
Yep.
Right? 28th?
29th.
29th. Shit. I'm sorry.
Dude, I don't give a shit. If my dad or my mom forgot my birthday, I wouldn't give a shit.
This is a golden year, though.
Shoot. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Shoot, it is my golden year.
You're turning 29 on the 29th.
Shoot.
This is the big one.
On 2020.
29th, you're turning 29 on the 20th. Or 2020. Now, that would be crazy if you were turning 29 on the 29th of 2029. That would be insane.
That would be like...
You know, there are people that have that. Like turning 12 on the 12th of 2012 or whatever. Like,
imagine whose birthday was October 11th, 2011.
that'd be 10, 11, 11.
Wait, November.
There you go. It'd be a November 11, 11, 11.
Whoops.
It's okay.
That's it. November 11, 11.
Yeah. Now, here's the deal, though. That would work out if you were born on the 20th, or you'd have to be born in December. It has to be before 12. So anything between 1 and 12.
Yep.
You could have a golden year. If you're born after a 12, you wouldn't. You can't have a golden year. Right? No, I guess you could. No, you couldn't.
29th is the...
If you're trying to do all three, you can't. It has to be 12. You have to be before 12. If you're trying to do two, like you're born on this month and this day, or this year and this day, or this month and this day, you can do that, but you can't have all three unless you're born before the number 12.
There it is.
There you go.
Yep.
Math. Math
Well,
is hard.
Math is hard.
So are words.
Oh, words are definitely hard.
But anyway, enough about boring shit that people are not here to talk about. Let's talk about your wedding. Let's talk about the reception. It has been 4 weeks. You've been married a month at this point. Woo! Actually, have you been married a month already?
If not close to it.
Let's see, you were married on the 26th.
September
And it is
26th.
the 19th. So you've been almost married a month.
Almost.
You're getting close.
So close.
Does it feel like a month?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, it probably doesn't feel like a month at all.
No, it doesn't. It actually only feels like a week.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's wild. It is really wild to think you've been married for a month already.
Jeez.
Next thing you know, it'll be 2 years.
Oh, jeez. I don't even want to think about that.
Why? Lifetime ahead.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those like it's a crazy moment because I never thought myself of being married.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna be married. Honestly, a year ago, when we were still filming season 1, would have never thought you would have been married.
Nope.
It's weird to even think that in 2 years we've filmed over 212 episodes. As of right now, we've filmed 212 episodes of content, of some kind of content.
Jeez, 212. 12.
And before 118, we were doing an hour and a half, 30-minute podcasts. So I mean, like, we're talking hours of footage.
Yeah.
Of shit. Oh, dude, it's insane. It is insane, and we're gonna have like 270. We're gonna have almost 300 episodes of the show.
That is
at
crazy.
the end of this year,
That's crazy.
or by May of 2021. By May of 2021, I think May 29th of 2021, we'll have like 276 episodes.
Shoot.
Guys better get watching. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the reception. We left off last week at the bartender.
Okay.
Okay, do you remember where we were at?
I'm trying to think.
How you had somebody, or maybe it was a DJ.
Well, you said a DJ, but I'm trying to think. Okay, no.
Do you remember?
It was a bartender because it was the first thing when I came in.
Because I can refresh if we need to. I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up real quick just in case. Oh. Okay.
Remember?
Yep.
Okay.
I remember now.
Alrighty, back. So your brother comes up to you and says, "Hey, there's a problem with the DJ."
Yep. So
Right.
we didn't even. I'm not even married yet.
This is before the wedding?
This is before the ceremony.
Oh crap.
So my brother comes up, says, "Hey, he's like, there's a problem with the DJ." So I think you need to check your phone. So I check my phone. I had a text from him that says, "Hey, so I was packing everything in the car and I dropped the lights and they shattered."
What?
He goes, "Don't worry." He goes, I was able to find some more lights and we're good to go. The problem was he was on his way. He was about 30 minutes out and he was supposed to be there about 10 minutes before he texted me.
Oh my god.
So he had very little time to set up and get everything ready to go. Sound check, all that, and you know this stuff.
I do, yeah.
It's like, but
Yeah, we were 3 hours early for our live show to make sure. 3 hours early for our first live show to make sure we had the audio and the setup and the cameras and all that shit.
imagine about 30 minutes before people start arriving. So now, granted, I don't blame him at all. He did great. I would recommend him to anybody. I think he did a fantastic job.
I think so too.
But with that though, like he shot me a text of him and said, okay. I was like, well, is everything good? He said, yeah. I was like, all right, well, it's like the people that were supposed to be there, they were waiting on you. Did you ever let them know? He said, no. I said, all right, well, I'm going to let them know, but I'm going to tell them to leave. But to leave the door unlocked, you know exactly where to go. Just go do it. He said, okay, that's fine. So, not even like 5, maybe 10 minutes later, I get a text from the dance instructor that was going to be teaching the line dancing.
Oh, yeah, because there wasn't one.
No, there was one.
At the wedding?
For the cocktail hour.
Oh, yeah.
So she was only supposed to be for the cocktail hour.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't able to get back a hold of her, which is not like her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know her personally, which is why I recommended her.
Right.
And she didn't get back to me until the day before the wedding. And said, hey, by the way, it's like my husband and I are out of town. And left it at that.
What?
Leaves it at that.
I'm out of town. I can't make it. Sorry.
No, just we're out of town.
What?
But she left it at that. And so
she didn't even say... So she didn't even say, like, hey, I can't make it. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of town.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. And so
what?
I sent her a text back. I was like, wait a minute, out of town. And I'm like, are you still coming tomorrow? Or am I going to try and have to find somebody else? And finally, she shoots me a text back at the end of the rehearsal dinner saying, hey, it's like, no, I'll still be able to come. I was like, but give me a call when you have a chance. So imagine...
Yeah, that's already sketchy as hell.
Well, it's like, imagine my thought process on how, like, this is a roller coaster ride the whole way. Like, there is no, there's no steady line. Like, there's no cruising.
At all.
At least on the groom side. For the bride side,
It's fine.
it's all cruising.
Everything's good, man.
Sunshine, rainbows.
Sunshine, lollipop pants.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So finally, I get a hold of her as we're driving back because I'm going to go hang out with some of the boys and just hang out. And I talked to her. Everything's good. I said, okay, so what time are you going to be there? She tells me a time. She's about half hour later. I'm just like, what the crap? I was like,
So wait. Okay, so she was supposed to be at the cocktail hour.
yep.
She said she'll be here at this time and showed up 30 minutes late.
30 minutes late, whereas once she got there, people started arriving about 15 minutes later.
Right.
Now, granted, it was like, thankfully they had most of the stuff already set up. So whoever set it up, thank you so much. Because she walked in, all she had the way everything was set up, all she had to do was say, hey, I'm the line dance instructor. This is what I'm going to do. They said, okay. Thankfully, everything worked out that way. It's like everything I'm telling you guys, like it all worked out.
Somehow
Somehow it did.
It's usually how weddings work.
Pretty much.
It all comes together.
So I'm still waiting to get married. I'm sitting there and it is hot. I mean,
You have 100 people crammed in a church that holds 60. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hot.
all the groomsmen are in one little room. The bridesmaids are in the second half of the church where like 100 people can sit in there. Almost, if not close to it. Like you can have a dinner of 80 people or so.
You're pushing it at 100, basically.
Yeah.
Like 80's comfortable, 100 you're starting to push it.
Yeah, but that's how many people can fit in there. And they have the whole room to themselves. Our room, we were cramming in there for the amount of people we had.
Is there any size room in our studio that would be comparable?
This whole bottom part.
Is the room that...
It's a big square.
For what? The church?
Yeah.
The whole church?
No, like the second part.
Where the bridesmaids were?
Yeah.
Where were you? The room that you were in.
Okay.
With how many guys?
I'd say that room right in there.
So my office.
Yeah.
My...
Maybe a little bit longer, but not much.
You had how many guys in the side? My office is an 8x8 room.
So
Ish.
think about that. I would say extend it out to the end of the door. Lengthwise.
So a 10x10. Basically the size of that sunroom
Sure.
in there.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And you're fitting 10 guys in there, plus my dad and a couple others.
Oh my God.
And the pastor.
What? Why was the pastor in there?
Which, by the way, the pastor texts me right after and says, hey, by the way, I'll be there at 2:25.
And your wedding was
2:30.
He'll be there 5 minutes before the ceremony is supposed to start. No big deal.
Like, great. Yeah, that's awesome. And while all this is going on, Betsy and the rest are in the back just la 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 la, making TikToks and all that kind of stuff and just having fun. I'm over here freaking out like, what? Thankfully, I had family members on both sides that I was able to go, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you make sure this is done? The whole time, I'm trying to coordinate the best I can through all of this.
That's insane, bro. That is nuts.
And so we get married or whatnot. We take all the pictures. And everyone else goes to the reception. So Betsy and I are the ones that go and take pictures in a park just by ourselves. Obviously with the photographer and videographer. Right? And so while everyone else is waiting on us, we're out taking pictures. Betsy decides to walk through the grass in her white dress.
Oh, no.
And not only did leaves get all up in the back part of her dress,
The lace, yeah.
but her standing there, they're like bugs crawling up her dress.
Ugh.
And me being the clean freak or whatever you want to call
You're a
it.
clean freak.
Okay.
You drink after me, but it's because it doesn't matter.
But
But
so
other than that, you're pretty tidy about everything.
yeah, so me being that way, I'm like they're trying to take pictures, and I'm like trying to swat the bugs out and get all this stuff done.
Goddamn, just stand still.
I can't. They're getting in their dress. So we did all that, and that wasn't too bad. It's like, but it was just the fact that like me trying to like get them all out,
Of course.
and so we get to the reception, and I walk in because I figured, okay, we're all gonna meet in the cocktail room while everyone else is in the reception hall.
Right.
No, everybody starts walking down. Some of the groomsmen and bridesmaids are in the reception hall, which I'm freaking out because I'm like, no, I was like, you need to be out here.
You're talking about when I saw you.
Yeah.
When I saw you.
Yeah.
You're kind of looking around and being like, why is everybody everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's like, this is not how it's supposed to be. It's like, this is not structured at all. Get your butts back here.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Jacob and Matt were in the reception hall, and then like you had Dan somewhere over here, and then Kuzno showed up way later, like walked in out of nowhere.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, Kuzno, I was like, where have you been?
Like, you said it to him?
Yeah, I was like, where the flip have you been?
Yeah, gone. Yeah.
He's like, well, I just got here. I'm like, why the heck are you just getting here? I got here before you did.
And then
that's not supposed to happen.
I was carrying drinks for the groomsmen, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta give you a hug. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like do that, by the way. Like, I know you were trying to like do your thing, and I know that you had like an idea of how you wanted it to go. But I saw you, and I was like, motherfucker, like, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm gonna give you a hug. I know you're gonna be pissed about it a little bit, but I gotta give you a hug. So,
you're all good.
No, I didn't want to like ruin the structure, but I saw you, and then I saw her, and I was like, God, come on, like, I love you guys, come on.
But no, like it almost it was about to aggravate the crap out of me.
Yeah,
because I was about to be what Betsy was supposed to be.
What?
The bridezilla of the group. Like, I was going to be the groomzilla going on. Like, hey, no, it's like, get your butts back over here, get in the flipping line. So we're gonna do this right,
which it worked out.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Kind of. Everybody was everywhere.
Oh my gosh,
everybody was everywhere, dude.
Yes, but
the groomsmen said hi to everybody before you even got there.
I was. Now, granted, I wanted them to go out and like try to line dance or something. Like, that's what I told them they needed.
I don't think that happened.
I figured not.
I also didn't. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't make the cocktail hour. I wasn't there for that.
What? Why not?
Yeah, I was doing something. Oh no, I had a call. I had a client call that ran a little late, and I was like, I'll be there. And I think I got there right as cocktail hour was ending. Like, I saw everybody walking towards the reception hall. I was like, shit. And then I saw Jacob. And I was like, hey. And then me and Ellen ended up hanging out in the groomsmen, like, dressing room.
Okay.
We ended up hanging out there with them. And all the bridesmaids walked in. And we're like, oh, we're not supposed to be in here. And then your brother was in there, and he's like, oh, fuck it. Who cares? Like, you're fine. You were at the bachelor party, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I was like, all right, cool.
I mean, I wouldn't have cared.
I didn't.
I never even walked back there.
I know you didn't. I never saw you until you were standing by the bathroom, and I was like, hey, what's up?
Well, because we walked in, and Betsy goes, hey, I can use your restroom. I was like, yeah, I do too. And then she walks off, and I start walking, and everyone goes, hey, hold my drink real quick. I was like, what?
Someone said, hold your drink? Or hold their drink for you?
Yeah. I was like,
to you?
Yeah.
On your wedding day?
I was like, how's this work?
I'm getting married today.
But that's why I was holding a drink when you came up to me.
Yeah, because like, you were holding a drink, and I hugged you. And I was like, I thought it was your drink. I didn't even think about it.
Well, I did finish it. So I was like, I was holding it, and I was like, you know what? Forget this. It's like, I've been wanting a drink all day. I was like, I gotta pee. I'm just gonna drink this.
Screw it.
So I drink all of it, and once I drank all of it, Betsy comes out. Everyone else was just about to get announced. I'm like, gosh dang it, now I gotta wait. So I didn't even get to pee yet.
Oh man.
And so like we started going. I was like, hey guys, everybody get in a line. Y'all know what you're gonna do? They're like, yeah. I was like, great. I hope so, because here we go.
Yeah, and then Jacob wrote his speech literally on the way to the reception hall.
That's what he told me.
Like, he had nothing prepared. He walked up to me and asked me a few things, and I was like, yeah, add this, do that, like, that'd be funny. And I'm sorry about the bikini wax thing. I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard that from the in-laws.
Did you really?
Nothing bad.
Okay.
Nothing bad.
Because he was like, I mean, he asked me something funny, and I was like, what's the craziest thing Blake's done? And I'm like, well, he jumped out of a plane. He's like, it's boring. And I'm like, he got a bikini wax. And he's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, he got a bikini wax on the show. And he's like, oh, I'm definitely writing that in there. And then he typed it in. I'm like, oh, shit. That's why I walked up to you and I was like, hey, about the speeches, man, I'm sorry. Just be prepared.
The speeches were good. I thought the speeches were good. But I still remember when we walked in and we start sitting down or whatnot, and Betsy and I look at each other, and we're sitting there kind of awkwardly. Because we're like, well, she was like, we got in here a little early. I was like, what do we do? And I was like, well, I'm hungry. You want to eat something? She goes, yeah, let's go do that. So we just ended up walking over there, not even thinking about it. Like, we were going to do the Lord's Prayer before we even did it and have somebody bless the food before we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely spaced it. Spaced it. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Whoops.
It's like, that was the one thing that I was really trying to focus on.
Also, speaking of the food catering, that was a nightmare.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong. I think they did a fantastic job when it came to making the food.
Sure.
The problem was,
wasn't enough for everybody.
we get up there,
man.
and I'm asking Betsy, I'm like, hey, it's like, is this supposed to be there? Hey, is this supposed to be there? I'm like, why isn't all the food out?
Yeah.
And we walk up there, not all the food's out.
Not all the food's out, and they're not serving it in a pandemic.
I was like, hold on. Because we were under the impression
That they were going to.
that they were going to.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I remember you saying that at the reception. And I was like, I'm pretty sure they're not serving it, bud. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody's feeding themselves.
Yeah, so I go up to him later, and I said, hey, he's like, is there a reason why you're not serving it? I said, well, I was like, we weren't planning on it. I said, okay. Is there a reason why there's not 2 lines going then? It's like, if you guys aren't serving it, there should be 2 lines, not 1. It's like, there's no reason why, like, a half hour to an hour later, the back tables finally get food.
Yeah. It was like an hour. It's like an hour and 10 before we got food. I think we were at 16, and there was like 18 tables.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
Yeah, it was weird. And then, like, the weird thing was that because they weren't serving it, they didn't plan for enough food, and so when the last 2 or 3 tables got up, there wasn't enough food for everybody. So it was like
there was plenty of food. That's what aggravated the crap.
Or it wasn't out. Regardless, like when we got up, like when I went up there was barely little chicken and no cheese, no queso. And so it was just like, wow, okay, cool. Like, that was weird. And I didn't think you knew about it, because obviously if you'd known about it, that would have been a big deal. Like,
no, I've been like, no, you all need to make some cheese real quick.
Right. So it was kind of that.
I'm that guy. I am that guy. I was like, no, you need to fix this right quick. Come on, get done.
Get down on your knees, bitch.
If I'm gonna pay you for it, you better get it done.
Well, of course.
I mean, that's the way my mind works. But
yeah.
And then the first song, the first dance.
Yep.
I don't know if I told you this or not. It was supposed to be the original song that you and I recorded.
Yep.
But it was supposed to be like that actual version. And then it was supposed to mix into a line dance. It never did.
Never.
He went and played the whole song all the way through. And her and I were just like, what the crap? What the crap? The whole time.
You were saying that?
Yeah, we're just like, why isn't he switching it over? I said, well, when he does, I'm ready. Because I was the one leading it, but he never went into the line dance. So we literally just did a full slow dance, which is not what we wanted to do.
Right.
And so I go up to Larry and said, hey, it's like, why didn't you move that into line dance? And he goes, well, one of the bridesmaids came over and said that you guys aren't doing the line dance now. I said, yeah, for the bridal party.
Right.
The first line dance. It was going to be for the bridal party. And we told him not to do it because nobody practiced it.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, I mean, that's on me. Like, I never got the content out there beforehand.
Right.
So that part's on me. But, like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Like, if you're going to do it, ask me first.
Right. Say something.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
otherwise, like, it was all good.
And then
Like, we caught up to everything. Now, granted, it's like, it's a good thing that we went early to get food, because that allowed other tables to go early to get food, which was fine. It worked out. I just felt bad for the last tables because they were waiting there forever.
What a long ass time.
Yeah. I go over to the bartender, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it's like we only have this wine left," and there was like 3 different types of wine, and multiple batches of wine. Like, I was surprised we were out.
Yeah, they were out of line within the first hour.
That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." I was like, "Well, give me that wine, and then I'll take a Yingling." He goes, "Yeah, there's
We're
no
out of
more
Yingling."
Yingling." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, they ran out of... Okay, so they had 3 wines. They were out of the first 2 wines in the first hour. Well, then the last wine went out like in a half an hour later. And then they were out of Yingling. But Yingling was gone before I got there.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
we bought a shit ton of beer.
the guy in front of me got the last Yingling. And I got there... When was the cocktail hour over?
It was over at 4:30.
4:30?
5:30.
5:30. I got there at 5:40.
Okay.
And at 5:50, they were at a Yingling.
See, and I walk up there and I said, "Hey," he's like, "I'd like a Yingling." He goes, "Oh no, we're out." I'm like, "What?"
Yep. Out, gone.
And so
They had
I was
Bush Light and something else.
yeah, they had Bush Light, and I think they had a few more. I think it was Miller Lite or something like that, or Bud Light. I can't remember.
Bud Light.
Either one. They had that left, and I said, "All right, well, just give me a Bud Light. We're gonna go with that." So I grabbed one of those, and I grabbed some type of wine. I don't even remember what it was, but I brought it back, and Betsy goes, "Well, that's not what I asked for." I said, "Okay, well, that's what you got because that's all that's left." And she was like, "Wait, what? Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm dead serious." Luckily, my aunt made margaritas in the back where no one else knew about it.
Yeah, and didn't I walk up to you with like some hard liquor?
Yeah. You walk up to me with hard liquor.
I think I had like
and
Southern,
like 2 others.
I think I had like Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
you and 2 others came up to me and goes, "Hey, you want a swig?" I was like,
yeah.
"Yes."
You're like, "I need alcohol to get through all this shit." Yes, absolutely.
I was like, "Yes, please." And so like the whole night, I'm not feeling anything. But the bartender comes back up to me and says, "Hey, by the way," I was like, "I found some Yingling for you. Here you go." Gives me like 5 of them. Says, "Here." It's like, "Take them real quick." It's like, before anyone else grabs them, they're yours. I'm like, "Oh, thank goodness."
Right.
Because Yingling, like, that's my go-to.
Yingling?
Yingling.
Is your favorite beer? It's a lager.
Yeah.
It's your favorite like beer?
It's a cheap lager. I love it.
Really?
Yeah. But like that's one of my go-tos when it comes to it. But
everything went good. The reception was good.
yeah,
everything turned
went
out okay.
well. Everything
great.
went well.
And you left for your honeymoon that Monday?
That Monday.
So you got married on Saturday and honeymoon on Monday.
Yep.
How was the honeymoon?
It was good. Hot. Very hot.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You're you were a fish out of water in Cabo. I saw some pictures.
A fish out of water?
Yeah. You're in jeans, cowboy boots with a belt buckle and a plaid shirt in Cabo.
That's right.
In Cabo San Lucas.
I gotta represent.
I was like, what is this redneck son of a bitch doing in Cabo?
I gotta represent.
You did, man. It was great. I saw the pictures and I was like, man, this mother, he don't quit. Like it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Well, especially now that we got the
waxing
on the leg.
Want to do the rest of them?
No.
All the way up?
Nope.
You guys, if you haven't seen the waxing episode, that came out Thursday. So go check it out.
Yeah.
It's on the Potty Mouth Show. It's fun.
But it was good, though. I mean, it's like the only time you weren't sweating is if you were in the AC or in the pool.
Right. Because every other time you're having sex.
No.
No?
No.
Not a lot of sex?
We had sex, but no.
No,
Like,
I just figured you would have been humping like rabbits. Like, you hadn't had sex in 9 months. You got goddamn, man. You're like, I figured you'd be like thunder humping. I figured you would have been like,
no.
no,
No.
really, nice. You
No,
have you have restraint. I'm proud of you.
No, we took everything slow when it came to that.
Really?
Oh yeah. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that we weren't like, hey, come here. You know,
Well,
like,
of course.
But you know, it's just one of those like, hey, it's like, this is your time to spend together. It's like, make the most of it.
Make love. I'm kidding. I'm just playing. Yeah.
Make the most of it. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
of course.
during the day, it's like you go out, you enjoy something that you've never.
Well, you've ever been, right?
I've never been out of the States.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a big deal for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
I was trying to soak in every single bit of Mexico as I could.
Right, and you know that I'm playing with you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Yeah.
No, I get you.
Okay, I'm not being an asshole. Like, yeah. I know it's just something that I feel like people are going to comment. So it's like, humping like rabbit. No, I mean, sure you are. It happens. It's like, hey, daytime. Go out, explore, have fun. Nighttime.
Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime.
When the sun goes down.
We'll be napping.
But okay, so let's talk about the drugs in Cabo.
Golly. Yeah, it was the first time we walk on the beach. We're walking on the shore, and we're just going to go and check out some of the other resorts. Because with what we bought, we're able to go on to other resorts and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do the exact same thing we were doing on ours. And we're about halfway to the other side of the first resort. Guy comes up and he goes, hey, man, you smoke? And I was like, what? He goes, you want weed? I said, no. It's like, no, I don't. I was like, sorry, I'm not. No weed. He goes, you want some heroin? Like, what? No. How about some meth? What? No, I don't want any of that. Get away from me. And so I remember, like, you got the guys, you got the Mexicans that always come and like they have a line that they can't cross from the resort. Like there's a fence.
Yeah.
And so like it's a roped fence, so they could just hop over if they really wanted to.
Hey, we're crossing the border. I'm kidding. I got it.
I wasn't meaning that as a joke, but it
kind of is a joke.
It ended up being that way. But no, like so like you could go and buy some shirts or some pottery kind of stuff
Or some drugs.
Or some drugs. So I walked down there because Betsy was wanting one of these one of the blankets that they made. So I went down there and I bargained with the guy, got a blanket for cheap. And the guy comes up to me and says, hey, man, he's like, you want some heroin? I said, no. I said, by the way, if you ever ask me that again, I said, I'll make sure you never be able to ask that again. Like, ever ask me that. It's like, don't ever ask me that again. It's like, you see me walking down here, walk away. I said, I'm not referring you. It's like, I got nobodies that want any. Nobody wants any. Get out of here.
Damn.
He just kind of looks at me and he goes, so you don't want any? No, I don't.
It's like, I kind of just threatened you, and you really think that I want... Okay. All right.
It's like, no, I don't. It's like, walk away now. It's like, don't ever ask me again.
Did he ask you again?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he didn't ask me. He tried to ask some of my buddies, and I walked up there and he walked away.
You had buddies down there?
Well, we met some couples.
Oh, nice.
Along the way.
Of course. You meet everybody.
Go figure.
If you know Blake long enough, you know that he knows people everywhere he goes. Doesn't really matter. Cool, man. And then you got back. Was it hard adjusting to life, like normal life again?
It was somewhat, I guess. I don't know. It was us trying to recover from going from no alarm clock to an alarm clock. The only problem is that we woke up at the exact same time every single day.
Even in Cabo?
Without the alarm clock. It was crazy. Like, we are so used to waking up at a certain time that in Cabo, whether we were, like, I think the only difference we had was, for one, we were laying out most of the time, not really doing a whole lot. We weren't working out.
Right.
But number two, we never really drank that much. If you know what I mean. Like, we never got really drunk.
Did you in Cabo?
No.
Oh.
Like, I got enough to feel it.
Right.
And to where, like, there was one night where I kind of, like, browned out a little bit. I forgot a couple of things. And that was, like, one night. That was it.
Right.
Like, we're not... Her and I are not much for drinking in general.
You're right.
Like, at least not out in public and stuff like that. Like, this is not out in public. Like, to me...
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we drink on the show.
Yeah.
We drink on the show.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of it's a bit that we do.
Yep. So, like, that's something different. It's like,
yeah.
But being out, like,
this isn't public.
Yeah, even though it was all inclusive, like, I would drink throughout the day. That's the only time I'd ever drink throughout the day, and my body was going, like, into shock because of, like, going, like, what the heck is going on? Like, you could just feel that there's something different going on in my body. Like, all right, well, I feel weird.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't normal. We shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, and then you get back and it's like, oh shoot, it's actually cold here. It's like, oh no, I actually got to pay for a drink. I don't know what to do. So you go from free drinks, free food, hot as hell, to it's pretty nipply outside. You better
pay for everything.
Pay for everything. Oh shoot, I gotta drive now. This is
you got used to luxury life,
right?
For a little bit.
Yeah. So the only problem I would have with the whole Cabo experience was the bed. I could not sleep well whatsoever, and every single morning, I would have to stretch out my back because it was so tight.
Was the bed too soft, too firm?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think it was like that happy medium that just tweaked my back. It was weird. Betsy felt so bad.
Yeah.
Because I'd wake up at least 5 times during the night.
Jeez.
Just because, like, I couldn't get comfortable. And I wake up the next day and I look like an old man. Seriously.
Dang, man.
Now, granted, it could be just because of, like, dehydration or something like that. I don't know.
Or it could be because you're old.
I definitely could be that too. You never know.
Bro, I'm just playing with you. You're not old. You're 29. It's your golden year.
That's right.
Your golden year coming up. I think it's next week.
Yep.
I when this releases, this will be like early November. So I think
29th.
So I think like either a week from now, or I can't remember when this comes out. I think it's 2 weeks from now, because Thanksgiving will be next week's episode.
Yep.
And then your birthday is right after that. Ooh, it actually your birthday episode might be the podcast, because Thanksgiving's on Thursday. Friday is 28th. Saturday. Hold on a second. The next podcast might be. I have to. Oh, you're gonna go in the middle of the podcast. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Okay, fair enough. He has to take a break. Hold on. Even though I can hear you peeing. Oh yeah. Let's see here. So your birthday's on a Sunday. So I'm pretty sure if next week is Thanksgiving episode, then the following week will be your birthday episode.
Okay.
Technically. But yeah. Well, I'm happy for you, man. This has been part 2 of Blake's...
God bless you.
Thank you. Blake's wedding extravaganza with all the crap that went crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Next week we'll talk about business. I know we kind of put a little bit of a hold on that, so it'll be like a delayed part 2. There was a lot of stuff going on. Blake got married. That was kind of a big one. So we will go into next week on how to build a business, and kind of where this show and this company started. And I'll give you some pointers, and Blake will give you some pointers, and we'll kind of go from there and have a good time with it. So,
oh yeah,
it'll be fun. But if you like this episode of the PM Podcast, make sure to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, or you can watch it here on YouTube. If you do watch it here on YouTube, make sure to like this video so we can keep bringing you fun, so they'll give you content like this. With that being said, that's all for this episode of the PM Podcast, and we will see you next time.